Is it true that this secret meeting was not just a casual chat? Why did Jungkook cry after meeting Chris Martin? What exactly did Taehyung say that made the army around the world hit and cry with him? Is this the beginning of a farewell, or is it just a big buzz in August that we are not ready to receive? Army cries after Jungkook's confession about Taehyung. Here's what happened. Army shocked. Chris Martin's secret meeting with Taehyung and Jungkook in LA revealed. Why did Jungkook cry so deeply when talking about Taehyung in his last live broadcast? Were the tears just an expression of longing, or was there something much bigger that had been stored away for so long, even from the army itself? That night, thousands of soldiers witnessed an emotional moment they never expected. And no one expected that everything turned out to be related to one name that suddenly appeared like an unexpected surprise. Chris Martin, Los Angeles, August 2nd, 2025. Among the flashes of cameras and rumors of an ordinary business meeting, it turned out that something was hidden. Something that is now slowly beginning to unfold. One silent meeting, one discussion without a public agenda, and one goal that HYB herself did not even announce. Who would have thought that behind the laughter and glare of the cameras, Taehyung and Jungkook had sat in an enclosed space with Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay, to talk about something that could change the course of world music history. But how did it all start? And why did Jungkook's confession about Taehyung make ARMY unable to hold back tears? That question can't be answered with just one sentence. It all started with a long silence. From Taehyung's blank expression as he arrived at Incheon Airport bound for LA. From Jungkook's deep gaze that seemed to hold thousands of words, but none of them he was able to say out loud. Until finally, exactly a few hours after they landed in Los Angeles, someone leaked their whereabouts in a closed studio in downtown LA. Not HYB, not the media, but someone who realizes there are three iconic figures who shouldn't be in the same place at such a coincidental time. Chris Martin, Taehyung, and Jungkook. The meeting took place behind closed doors, with no media coverage, no live broadcasts, not even social media uploads. And that makes everything even more suspicious. But what is really being said in that room? ARMY certainly still remembers the moments of Jungkook and Taehyung's collaboration with Coldplay in previous years. But this time it feels different. It's not about one song, it's not about one stage moment. It's about a global-scale concert that's said to kick off this August, and could very well be their last stage before a full hiatus as a group. But if this is about a concert, why should there be tears? The answer came a few days later. In an unscheduled live broadcast, Jungkook appeared with puffy eyes. No music, no mock-up, just a simple screen and a quiet sound that is almost inaudible. "I want to be honest about something," he said, holding up a microphone he never even turned on. Then he fell silent. A few minutes of silence. Millions of comments flooded the live column, asking what was going on. Then he said, "I'm afraid this is our last time together on one stage." The sentence froze time. No sound. There are no songs. Just a confession that seemed to shake the world. But what makes it all the more surprising is the next sentence. Taehyung said something to Chris Martin that he never said even to me. Does that mean there is a split? Is Taehyung planning something without Jungkook's knowledge? Or is this just an emotional misunderstanding that grows out of pressure invisible to the public eye? A few hours after that live, rumors began to spread. Some say that Taehyung will be the main star in the upcoming concert, without involving other members. There were also leaks that Chris Martin was actually working on a special project with V and Jungkook as a collaboration cover before BTS actually went on their long hiatus. But who leaked all this? And why only now? The question still hangs. But one thing is certain. The secret meeting was not accidental. Chris Martin posted a photo of the LA skyline with a caption, "When the stars align, magic begins," which was deleted just minutes after it was posted. Is that a code? Or a reminder of something big? Many fans are starting to form theories. Some believe that the August concert will be their last stage as a duo, and not as members of BTS. Others believe the project is their last love letter to ARMY, an emotional ending that will last forever. But not a few are starting to feel the anxiety. Especially when Taehyung, after the meeting, did not appear on social media for more than 4 days in a row. Usually, he gives at least a small hint, emojis, photos, or cryptic lyrics. But this time, nothing. Quiet. And when he finally appeared in public at a closed-door dinner, fans' eyes caught something different. His expression wasn't what it used to be. He's not smiling. He didn't say hello to the camera. He's just down. Then another photo appeared. Not the paparazzi, but from someone called as a staff assistant in the studio where they met. The photo shows 3 figures sitting in a circle in a well-lit room with a lyric board, musical instruments, and a large piece of paper that reads, "Farewell Stage Plan, August 2025. Does that mean the concert in August is a farewell stage? Or is it just a new chapter bigger than we can imagine? One by one, the questions began to unravel. But there is no definite answer. HYB has not released any official statements about the meeting with Chris Martin, nor about the mysterious concerts that will take place in LA and several other major cities. And while it's all still a mystery, Jungkook's tears and Taehyung's silence feel like the most honest answers we can receive. But is the ARMY ready for the answer? Is the world ready for the fact that 2 of the greatest icons of this generation may be preparing for an emotional closure that will change the history of K-pop? Once and for all, and the most painful, if this is really a breakup, Why did it have to happen without us knowing first? After the emotional moment captured on Jungkook's live broadcast, there was one collective feeling in ARMY's heart: worry. Not just about a concert or a new song, but about something deeper, about a slowly changing relationship, about an unusual silence, and about a breakup that they probably never imagined would come so soon. Jungkook, who has been known as the energetic and cheerful Magne, suddenly appears in a different version. A version that was tired, that was fragile, and that looked like it was holding a weight too heavy to bear on its own. He didn't explain it clearly, but from the sound of his voice, ARMY knew. There was something he was holding back, something he couldn't say, because maybe it wasn't just his own story. After the recognition, various theories began to develop wildly. One of the most shocking theories came from the international fanbase, who said that the secret meeting with Chris Martin was not just about the concert, but also about the Farewell Project, a collaborative documentary and concert project that will be the last offering before BTS goes on a total hiatus, both as a group and individually. But why Chris Martin? Why Coldplay for ARMY? The relationship between BTS and Coldplay is no stranger. They once performed together. They once wrote each other meaningful musical love letters. But this time it felt completely different. Too quiet, too closed, too secretive. And the fact that only Taehyung and Jungkook are present at the meeting makes things even more complicated. Will it be just the two of them that show up? Is this a secret project between Coldplay and iconic duo V and Jungkook? Where are the other members? As speculation continued to roll in, a leaked photo again shocked the ARMY. This time from the production studio in Los Angeles, showing a stage scheme that reads, "Last Bloom August 2025 Intimate Global Farewell," with two big names prominently at the top: Chris Martin and Jungkook x V, Taehyung. The photo went viral instantly, and within hours, trending topics on Twitter and TikTok were filled with the hashtags #LastBloom, #JKVXColdplay, and the saddest, #ARWhyNotReady. Meanwhile, HYB's silence only added to the suspicion. No statement, no clarification. As if they let everything flow according to the rhythm of rumors, or rather let the fans guess for themselves what is really going on. But what was really surprising was a brief statement from Coldplay producer Rick Simpson in a local radio interview that accidentally mentioned, "We've been working on something deeply emotional with two very beautiful souls from Korea. It might be the last time they sing together like this." The sentence was striking. Last time they sang together? Is this really a farewell project? Or just a dramatic way of describing a special collaboration? Unfortunately, the ARMY was not given time to calm down. Because just a day after the interview appeared, Taehyung's social media went silent again. No story. No uploads. Nothing. And when he finally appeared in front of the cameras at the airport before returning to Korea, he gave only one sentence that shook the hearts of the fans. "Sometimes goodbye doesn't mean forever, but it still hurts like it is." The sentence immediately became the center of attention. Fans from all over the world flooded the community platform with speculation, theories, and the saddest thing, prayers. Many hope that this is just part of the promotion, that everything is just a media game to build curiosity. But those who have been following the dynamics of BTS for a long time know, this is not acting. It's real, and at the same time, one video leaked from their closed-door rehearsal in. After a long, suffocating silence, finally the voice came. Not from management, not from a press conference, but from an amateur recording of a stage staffer that was accidentally leaked on the internet. A 43-second video that has now been viewed millions of times, showing moments that should not be seen by the public. In it, Jungkook stands with his back to the camera, his voice quiet but firm, speaking directly to Taehyung in an empty rehearsal room. "I'm still not ready. But if you say this is the best, I'll believe you." The sentence shook anyone who heard it. ARMY knew right away, this is not just an exercise. This is a loaded discussion. This is a moment that has been hidden behind a magnificent stage and sparkling spotlights. That night, social media exploded. That phrase, "If you say this is the best, I'll believe you," became a mantra of grief repeated by the ARMY around the world. But what does Jungkook mean? What exactly did the two of them agree on? Is this a form of blessing for Taehyung's irrevocable decision? Shortly after, a report from an inside source began to be widely reported by South Korean and American media. The upcoming concert in mid-August in Los Angeles is not just a musical collaboration, but a symbolic farewell between Jungkook and Taehyung from the mainstream K-pop scene. They will form an independent duo unit under a global label different from HYB and abandon the idol concept to pursue their personal musical path alongside Coldplay in a cross-cultural and spiritual project. But the surprise was not only the news of the breakup. Rather, it was HYB's reaction that indirectly confirmed the rumors by saying in a cryptic press release, "We respect the creative and emotional direction chosen by our artists and support each of their new journeys." That statement, while diplomatic and sound, feels like the ultimate statement, as if they've already relinquished control of two of the shiniest jewels they've ever owned. Chris Martin is more open. In a limited interview with the BBC radio station, he said, "Sometimes, artists find their truth in silence. And when they speak again, it's through the music they create. I saw that in Taehyung and Jungkook." Inevitably, the sentence became a new fuel for speculation. And sure enough, one more leak appeared. This time it's not a photo or video, but the full lyrics of the concert's title song, Last Bloom, handwritten by Taehyung and Jungkook. The piece of lyrics was read by one of America's top music journalists on his personal social media account. Let the curtains fall with grace, on a stage that made us kings. One last note will let it ring, for you who stayed through everything. ARMY who read it could not hold back tears. Thousands of comments filled the post. Some said that this was their last love letter to fans. Others refer to this as a tacit farewell letter packed in hurt tones and lyrics. But behind the sadness came a surprise that no one expected. Chris Martin posted a 9-second audio clip on his Instagram story. Only the clink of the piano and one sentence sung by two very familiar voices. Don't cry for us. We bloomed for you. That's all. But enough to make the internet collapse on various forums. Fans began to speculate that the song would be the opening of a special concert this August. But more than that, many felt that this was the final gesture. Taehyung and Jungkook wanted ARMY not to cry, not to be sad, because everything they did was a form of love. They grew up because of the ARMY. They bloom because of the ARMY. And now, when the flowers are about to fall, they just want to be remembered as something that once gave color to the hearts of millions of people. But is this really the end? In an anonymous post that is now being investigated for authenticity, it was stated that there will be a big surprise at the end of the concert, where all BTS members will be present secretly and join the stage for just one last song, a symbolic ending that will only happen once in a lifetime. I ask this just a fan's wish, or a secret scenario that is really being prepared. As of today, there has been no confirmation. Even Taehyung and Jungkook remain silent. But for the ARMY, the signs are already too obvious. Their silence is louder than words. And every clue left behind is like a red thread that slowly leads us to an emotional ending. The concert was a matter of days. Tickets are sold out in 2 minutes. The security is super tight. And reportedly, Coldplay will open the stage with the song Fix You, a silent tribute to two musicians from Korea who have shed incredible light in the global music industry. But when all is already designed in such a way, one big question still hangs in the air. After this concert, where did Taehyung and Jungkook go? Are they really going to leave? Or is this just a metamorphosis towards a larger form than just an idol? The ARMY asked. Still crying, still waiting, and perhaps that's what hurts the most, knowing that their love is so great, but not being able to stop time running towards separation. August 17th, 2025. The night awaited. A night that has been prepared in silence, designed in silence, and awaited with heart palpitations by millions of ARMYs around the world. The Last Bloom concert venue was filled with an endless sea of purple. Every seat is filled. Every heart awaits. And every eye stared at the still dark stage, with faint beams of light forming the silhouettes of two figures. Taehyung and Jungkook. The first piano beat is slow. There is no MC. There was no official opening. Just Chris Martin's voice from behind the stage, reading out one quote. Some blooms don't return every season, but when they do, they leave behind a sky full of color. And instantly, the stage lights came on, revealing Taehyung standing in the middle of the stage in an all-white suit, while Jungkook sat on the piano with his hair down, his eyes closed. The cheers of the audience echoed so great, but not for long. Because when they started singing the opening song, Don't Cry for Us, the atmosphere turned quiet. Silence. Too quiet. As if the whole world was holding its breath. The song is not just a song. It was a farewell poem. It was a hug in the form of a melody. Jungkook sings with a quivering voice, and Taehyung completes the harmony with his soft yet deep baritone notes. Each verse is like a letter sent straight to ARMY's heart, and as the final lyrics are sung, the camera pans to Jungkook's face, his eyes glazed over. So if tomorrow I disappear, remember I was once blooming here, in your smile, in your cheer. You gave me wings. You gave me tears. Tears broke out, not only from the ARMY, but from the stage itself. Jungkook is down. Taehyung approached her, patting her shoulder slowly. They don't talk, but their body language says it all. We've come to the end of this road. Chris Martin then emerged from behind the stage, hugged the two tightly, then took the microphone and said, "This is not the end. This is a transformation. These two artists, they are becoming what they were always meant to be, eternal." After that, the concert continued with collaborative songs between Coldplay and VJK, including songs titled Last Bloom, Shadowlight, and We Were Here. Each song has a visual backdrop of memories of Taehyung and Jungkook's journey with BTS, from their rehearsals as teenagers, their debut in 2013, to footage of them with the ARMY in various countries. But the biggest surprise came in the middle of the concert. The stage lights suddenly went out. The music stops. The giant screen displays a countdown from the numbers 7 to 1. And after that, one voice after another began to sound from the backstage. Annyeonghaseyo, Jin's voice. Everything healthy. J-Hope's voice. Thank you for waiting. Jimin's voice. We missed it too. The voice of ARM. Let's end this evening together. Suga's voice. And then, ARMY. We won't let them say goodbye alone. The voice that made the most hair stand on end. Kim Namjoon. Instantly, the stage lit up brightly. All the members of BTS. Yes, all the members appeared slowly from behind the fog. Jin, RM, Suga, J-Hope, and Jimin walked towards Taehyung and Jungkook with meaningful smiles, with eyes that can't hide the puddle at their fingertips. The army shouted, crying together. And Taehyung immediately hugged Jimin tightly, while Jungkook immediately ran to Jin, hugging him while sobbing. None of them spoke at length that night. But one sentence from RM spoken in the microphone made the whole arena silent.